In a couple of hours at 7 o'clock, the Colorado interfaith community will host a Club Q Vigil that'll be at Real Works in the Rhino District. And joining us now is Scott Levin, the head of the Anti-Defamation League, to talk more about that vigil. But I wanted to ask you first about the tone of society and how we get to, it seems these, people aren't calling it officially a hate crime yet, but it sure looks like one. And the way rhetoric creates action that seems to terrify so many.
Absolutely. Words have consequences. And we know that with the emboldenment of people to say the worst and ugly things that are out there, somebody's listening and somebody's responding. And we need to take serious whenever people condemn others just because of their identity or who they are.
Yeah. It's disgusting to so many people, and yet others laugh about it, joke about it. And when you even give that a place, you're kind of passing it on.
Absolutely. Our education programs at the ADL are based on a pyramid of hate, which really does start with that. Down at the bottom, the slurs and the jokes and belittling people. And from there, it can build up to an actual institutional discrimination, can go to violence and to the ultimate type of genocide. It's not always a straight line, but if you don't interrupt it down at the bottom level with those slurs and jokes that you're referring to, it can really build.
You were talking about the capability of someone, if you hate one group, you're capable of hating almost any.
It's true. There are common themes that exist out there. I know on behalf of our organization that anti-Semitism is pretty much a common theme amongst the white supremacists and the haters that are out there. But look, I think Pastor Niemöller said it the best, when he was talking about the Holocaust, that it didn't start with the Jews. It started with the trade unionists, and somebody didn't speak out against that, or the communists, and worked its way. And just because it's not against you doesn't mean that you shouldn't speak out against it.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask you about what do you do if you're not a hater, but what you hate is the hate. How do you act? How do you conduct yourself? How do you make a difference?
I think that an individual does make a difference here because you have to speak out against it when it occurs. We expect our leaders to do that and are very disappointed when they don't. But it's also up to each one of us that when this type of hate takes place, we need to be the voice of change and to speak out against it.
So when we are struggling right now, sometimes we just need to be together. So tell us about this vigil tonight and what's happening.
It is just tonight, unfortunately, we're coming back together again at Real Works. We were just there a few years back after the shooting at the Pulse nightclub, another LGBTQ sanctuary that came under attack. Tonight, led by so many great organizations, including the Interfaith Alliance and our friends at the RMRC, ADL, and other organizations, we're coming together as a community to show support and to speak out against this. We're absolutely pleased the governor will be speaking, the mayor, several other leaders, people from all communities, lending their voice of support.
That will be tonight at 7 o'clock at Real Works. Hopefully people can get over there if they want to share their feelings and let people know they care. Scott Levin, it's good to see you again from the Anti-Defamation League. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.